Where are you from? I'm from Czech Republic. You know where's that? Oh yeah, Chechnya. I know the place. It's in Russia, right? No, I'm talking about Czech Republic, Central European country. Ah, now I remember, Czechoslovakia. But I thought that's a Russian Asia as well. This might be amusing to many of you, but it's reality. It happens to me all the time, and the constant explaining is getting me tired. My idea is to use this opportunity to present everybody what is this small European country about and what we can offer to the world beside of confusing name. Czech Republic is, as you probably don't know, small country in the middle of Europe, right next to European leader as Germany, Poland, etc., which have huge influence on the global stage. Our nickname, which is called mostly by our position, is the heart of Europe. And I find it accurate because our culture, politics, and economic standards are more Western European, but our language or people narrative is more Eastern European, which is even more confusing, I know. Our history is closely connected with Slovakia because we speak similar languages and we were the same country a few decades ago named Czechoslovakia. That's where the first wrong name came from. But we peacefully, without any war or arguing, parted our ways in 1993 and created two new countries without any conflict. I find that as an action which we can be proud of, because it's not common in these days to act selflessly and let a group of people with different ethnicity in your country to create their own land. Take for example Yugoslavia. They made a whole war out of it and it destroyed lives of millions of people. We acted with respect to each other and we are proud of that. From that point, our country just started to blossom. We started to develop in all spheres and our nation just started to improve as never before. Now we can consider our capital city of Prague as a European metropolis and one of the most economic leaders in Europe. But the city is not mostly famous for its business or economy. Its strongest discipline is the old city center, which is the target of tourists from all over the world, and it's definitely not coincidence. I would recommend to everybody to visit one day, because it's a spectacular place to be in, especially because it wasn't destroyed in World War II, and all the beautiful architecture is preserved perfectly. The history is just abounding from the street, traditional restaurants, and all of the architecture which we are famous for is special. But Prague isn't the only domain we are famous for. What we are most proud of is our beer. That comes with an interesting fact that our average consumption for a one person per year is outstanding 150 liters. That's about 40 gallons, and we rank number one in the world. We consider it as a part of our culture. We as well have some of the most popular beer producers of the world, for example Staropramen or Budweiser. What is interesting is that in some part of Czech Republic, experienced person can find beer to be cheaper than water, which seems unbelievable for other nations, but as I've said, it's part of our culture. From what I've just said, it seems as we are some alcohol addicted nation, but it's wrong picture. We are successful in many important world markets. For example, in car production, where our brand Škoda is getting success in all parts of the world. One thing that I find most beautiful about our culture is our language. It's a unique Slavic language which evolution was really complicated. At the start, it was the same as all Slavic languages, but its development was rough through the years. It was going its own way, but because of historic circumstances, it was influenced by many other cultures. And its biggest fear was German. It went that far that the language was at the edge of dying, but here was the point where our mentality started to show up again and our fight for culture independence started. Here we were fighting against much bigger and stronger German empire just for the option to work, write, and educate in Czech, and we were successful. And I'm so proud of that because our culture is really important to me, and without this, there will be no such thing as Czech nationality, and that will be crushing for me. As I've just said, we are a small country with a confusing name, but we can bring many qualities to the table, and we are special in some areas. I'm proud to be Czech, and I will always consider it my home.